Hey everybody, happy Monday. So this week we're going to talk about a big topic that many of us women wonder about, which is weight loss resistance. Why can I lose weight when I'm doing everything right? I'm eating what I'm supposed to, I'm working out 5, 6, sometimes 7 days per week. I started losing weight and then I plateaued, or I just can't meaningfully get the scale to move. So I'm going to share a few tips that you may not be aware of to help you better understand some of the underlying root causes for weight loss resistance. And as per usual, follow me throughout the week. Thursday, I'll share a blog post that gives you some best practices for how you can address some of these root causes. And as always, I'm here, schedule a free one-on-one consultation to spend some time strategizing about your specific weight loss goals and how I can help you overcome weight loss resistance. Okay, let's dive in because I have a lot to share. So, reason number one could be that there are some digestive issues that are kind of getting your hormones out of whack and also making it so that your body is not able to use the nutrients that you are consuming. So, the way the digestive system is supposed to work is that enzymes in your belly break down your food to the microscopic nutrient level, and then those nutrients are absorbed into your bloodstream when it reaches the small intestine, and then the body is able to then use those nutrients to complete biological processes. Anything in that process, though, that gets out of whack means that the nutrients are less likely to get where they need to be in the body. And when the body doesn't have the nutrients that it needs, it is less likely to release weight. So that is reason number one. Reason number two can be an underlying hormonal imbalance. Whether it is perimenopause, which can be as many as 10 years before you actually start missing periods and officially begin menopause. There can also be other underlying hormonal imbalance issues. Erratic blood sugar because your insulin sensitivity is off. You're skipping meals and your blood sugar is going up and down, up and down, up and down. High cortisol, which also makes your insulin rise. Estrogen dominance. High estrogen means high cortisol means high insulin. There can be a variety of things that can be going on with your hormones. And one of the ways that that affects your body is that it makes you more prone to gaining weight, and it makes it harder for the body to release weight because you need low cortisol, balanced insulin in order for the body to be willing to get rid of weight. Something that's also interesting here is that the liver can be a root culprit for weight loss resistance, and it's kind of related to that swing of all those different hormones that I just mentioned. Remember, the liver is responsible for removing toxins from your body, right? And it does this by turning fat-soluble toxins into water-soluble ones so they can be excreted through your large intestine. Now, when this liver functioning is compromised, that means that your key pathway of elimination is compromised. And remember, one of the things that the liver also purges is hormones. When you have too many of one hormone, its job is to get rid of what you don't need. And when you've used a hormone, its job is to get rid of those used hormones by breaking them down and releasing them from the body. Now, what happens when the liver can't keep up with the demands? You have too many hormones that have too much of them, or the waste products of hormones that have been used. You're stressed out, it's trying to get rid of cortisol. Your blood sugar is going up and down, it's trying to get rid of toxins from the foods you're eating, the things you're exposed to. It can get congested and have a hard time keeping up. And so what happens in terms of how the liver copes with that is it pushes those toxins and those excess hormones into your fat tissue. And so when you're trying to lose weight and get rid of that fat tissue, the body senses that, if I release these fat cells, it's going to put those very things that the liver was trying to get rid of that isn't good for you back into the bloodstream. But the liver isn't ready to deal with it yet. It can't. So I don't care how much you work out. I don't care what you eat. I'm not going to get rid of it because it's not healthy for you. I'm supposed to protect you. So one of the root things that we can often do is focus on getting the liver functioning as optimally as possible so that the body can recognize that it can handle the toxic load of releasing those excess hormones or toxins, whichever it may be, that it was not able to handle before. Last one or two things, vitamin D is often linked to people who are significantly overweight or obese, and checking your vitamin D levels and making sure that you're getting adequate levels of vitamin D can be a very simple root cause approach. And then lastly, food sensitivities. So a lot of people have food sensitivities and they don't realize it. It could be common culprits like eggs, gluten, sugar, dairy, and so forth. Usually in my practice, I see the two most common ones as being gluten or dairy. And this creates an essentially a chronic state of inflammation in the body. You may remember me talking about in our leaky gut video that when you have food sensitivities, it gets into your bloodstream because of leaky gut, and then your immune system recognizes it as something that shouldn't be there, a foreign invader, because your food has not been broken down enough for it to be at the nutrient level where it knows, oh, that's okay, that's safe, if that's something that the body needs. It recognizes bits of gluten, bits of dairy, instead of bits of the nutrient components, and it reacts to it and creates inflammation. And so if you're consistently eating these foods and your body is reacting to them, you're in a chronic state of inflammation, or your immune system being on all the time. And chronic inflammation is a deterrent to weight loss. And so often identifying food sensitivities can be a very easy way to calm that inflammation and then create an environment that is suitable for weight loss. All right, ladies. So if you are feeling any of these issues or think you may have some of these, schedule time with me. I can check you out. We can determine what may or may not be part of your root causes for weight loss resistance and design an action plan for you to be on your way to healthy, natural weight loss. Have a great week, everybody.